Kelly in Durham, North Carolina. See more better with MexicoEyewear.com. But call me Mo Better, because I'm have you seeing Mo Better, looking Mo Better, and I'm going to show everyone else how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses when I cut prescription lenses with anti-glare for your new Mexico Eyewear. This is the model number PTC 103. It's got the flag on the right temple. It's got Mexico written in 3 colors. The flag colors on the left temple. Comes with a rare earth magnetic, very strong polarized clip-on. And it has Mexico on the demo lens, of which I will be removing now. And I'm going to put your frame into the tracing element of my blocker. First, I want to program this shape into the computer. You are Secret Agent 2471. And that way, years from now, should you ever need new lenses, I can pull up this barcode and mail them right to your home, and you'll see how to put them in. I'm going to hit start. A little stylus is going to pop up, go around, trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at MexicoEyewear.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy any frame that I offer and you'll receive 1 free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipts have my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or unused health savings account flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase, whether they are prescription or not. Now, in just a moment, the shape of the lens will pop up onto the computer. I'm going to move on to the next screen and enter your pupillary distance, which is 32 for the right eye. The computer starts at 32.5. I'm going to hit the minus button 1 time. That's going to bring your PD down to 32. I'm going to raise the optical center height up to 24. I'm going to go 2.5 millimeters above the center of the lens and do it at 24. So I need to get your lenses prepped. Your right eye reads minus 275. So I've got minus 275 sphere. Take your lens out of protective packet. Put the power drum on minus 275. Put the lens in. Find the optical center of the lens. Put a dot on there. Darken that so you can see it at home. And this is the right lens. Let's do the same thing for the left. Minus 275, minus 175 at 6. Minus 275, minus 175 at 6. The tool I'm using here is called a Marco 101 lensometer. It lets me read the prescription of the lenses. I'm going to rotate until the spherical component comes into view first. Check your astigmatism correction. Make sure everything lines up perfectly. Put the 3 dots on your lenses. Uno, dos, ocho. Ooh, I mathed wrong. And put an L on there. Now, if you guys missed any of that, let me recap. Free bad jokes with every pair of glasses sold. So, the reason why I put those 3 dots on there, it tells me that your lens is oriented and they're just perfectly. So, now this is a block. I need to attach this to your lens, or as I like to call it, Jenny from the block. But I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting, so I need 2 double-sided adhesive stickers, of which I've got those here. Come on, Flag, stay there. Stay with me, Flag. And I'm going to pull them off. The black side is the sticky side. Line that up onto the first block. Do the same thing now for the second one. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. That silver button on the back is a magnet. It's going to do its job twice. The first time it's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the arm. The blue cross is the geometric center of your frame. Your eye is just above that in inset. Get everything lined up. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the lens that ain't right. Just like me, I ain't right either. Pull the paper away and make the black side sticky. Line up the magnet. Pupillary distance for your left eye is 31, so I'm going to tap the minus button a couple times. It goes down in 0.5 millimeter increments to 31. Same optical center height. And I'm going to hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the left lens. Now, I should have started off by saying that I am a licensed optician. I've been doing this for 21 years. I've personally cut over tens of thousands of pair of glasses. What you're seeing me do now, I've done tens of thousands of times. But I realize I'm just a cover band. I'm putting lenses in other people's songs, and I realize I want to write my own songs. So I was inspired by a friend of mine that I grew up with. He got married and moved away to Mexico. And he said, why don't you put the flag on the side? And I thought that was a great idea, so I'm going to put Mexico on the other side. And so that's what I have done. As a licensed optician, I can now provide prescription eyewear for the country of your origin, for people who love Mexico. So this, by the way, is the Edger. It costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out, buy their own, put it on your kitchen counter. Then you can cut your own lenses at home, and you won't need this guy with the two thumbs and the bad jokes to cut them for you. But the actual cutting wheel is this diamond crusted wheel that's going to grind away your lens material until it's a final size. This wheel in the center that has that channel, that little valley, that's what's going to put the V-shaped bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. I'm going to place the magnet into, now the magnet's going to do its job a second time. It's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the chuck, or as I like to call it, the Charles, because I don't know this machine well enough to call it chuck. But I'm going to wake up the computer. This is job ID number 2471. 2471, or as I like to call it, installment 2471 of my 330 million volume series of making a pair of glasses for everyone in America. So stay tuned and watch all 330 million. There's a surprise ending, I promise, so make sure you watch them all. These are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high index plastic or Trivex, I would select that. I'm not going to polish the edge of your lens because it's not going to be seen. I'm not going to put a safety bevel on the front convex surface of the lens, but I am going to put one on the rear concave surface of the lens, and I'll explain why later. I'm going to hit the green start button. The door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens is going to drop down onto the cutting wheel. But first it's going to be traced by two white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. And then the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once. It's measuring the thickness of the lens to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing. Now the cutting wheel is beginning to spin very fast. The lens is going to drop down onto the cutting wheel. That water you see in the background is there to catch the optical sawdust as it comes off your lenses, but polycarbonate lenses cut dry, meaning that no water sprays onto the lens while it is cutting. Now, water will spray onto the lens for the last 20 seconds to wash away any of the optical debris that you may see beginning to form. But your lenses are made out of polycarbonate, which is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They are virtually unbreakable. These are high-impact ballistics grade lenses, the same lens material that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect their eyes from shrapnel and from flying debris. It also has 100% UVA and UVB protection. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin from exposure in the sun. Well, your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin, so you have permanent sunscreen for your eyes. Unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that need to be reapplied every couple hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun. This is permanent and never needs to be reapplied. Now, Kelly, if you notice, your lens is completely flat at the edges. If I were to take it out now, it would stand up on the counter on its own. But it's just about to drop down onto the bevel wheel to get the knife-like edge. Your lens is going to be so sharp when it's done that you might be able to cut through a piece of tissue, providing you soak that tissue in a bucket of water overnight, and then using all your strength, press down on that tissue, you might be able to cut through it. But you also got the anti-glare coating. Anti-glare is 3 features in one. The first feature is it reduces glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain, but from street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead fluorescent lights and such. The second feature is it reduces reflections. That's why it goes by the name anti-reflective coating. So when someone's looking at you, they're not looking at their reflection in your glasses, so it makes for much better eye contact. Plus, if you take a selfie, you're less likely to see the selfie in the picture. I mean, your phone in the picture, or if someone takes a picture with a flash, you're less likely to see that. Now, the other nice thing about your lenses, they are aspheric. Aspherically simply means not spherical. A spherical lens is completely round in every direction, gives you an ugly cosmetic fishbowl appearance. It has these lenses not only thinner and lighter, but has a flatter front curvature to fit in today's flatter curvature frames. So that'll give you a wider field of view. Now in just a moment, I will open this door with my mind. You like that, Kelly? I can do other things with my mind. I can melt ice with my mind. I just have to stare at it for a couple hours and then I can melt it. Here's a fun fact. Scientists cannot figure out why I can melt ice with my mind faster in the summer then in the winter, if anyone knows, write it down on a $100 bill and mail it to me, and I'll read your answer on the air and give you credit. You don't even have to put your name. I'll recognize your handwriting and tell everyone what you said. So I'm going to tuck this in at the outside corner, press down the nose, it snaps right in, flip this over to L, place the magnet into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby, or today I'm calling it the Kelly. Hit the start button. Just like before, the door closes, the clamp shuts, the lens will be traced by the two white styluses again, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see as it's going around tracing the shape of the lens. And then measuring to know where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness. Look at that, Kelly. You got no edge thickness whatsoever. You got nothing. You got nada. So let me go ahead and take this block off, pull the sticker away, dry that off, throw that in there, add to my sticker collection. Come down here to the lensometer, put it in over that black dot, read the power, and I'm getting minus 275, one tick mark away from 3 in the reds. That's because your prescription reads minus 275. Now, in the optical world, the unit of measurement is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R. It starts at 0 and goes up in quarter increments, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, and so on. So at 275, you're on the 11th rung of a ladder. With your glasses on, you need 11 steps of far-sighted correction. That's why there's a minus sign. With your lenses, with your glasses off, everything is much too large, so your lens is minified down to the correct size. Now you have no astigmatism correction. Now you do for your left eye, same amount of minification, the opposite of magnification, but you have another 7 steps of astigmatism correction. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. So think of it as the fine-tune knob, and we're turning that fine-tune knob to 006. Now you have 275 this way, another 175, which is steeper than this curve, a little bit steeper, and it's how we line those two curves up, and we do it at 06. So let's measure the, well, actually we can't measure that yet, so, but we will once it comes out. Now you have the, you upgraded to the, your mom upgraded you to the anti-glare coating. The machine that applies the anti-glare costs well over $1 million. It takes over 24 hours to vaporize 8 different coatings that comprises your anti-glare treatment. Now your lens is in a clean, sterile room. In between each coating, they give it an acid bath. They wash it and dry it 8 times. So because of the time and the expense, they put the industry's hardest scratch coating on there to protect your time and investment. Now your mother loves you very much. She told me so. I kind of doubted it, to tell you the truth. But no, I'm just kidding with you, Kelly. But she knows you're going to be driving soon, and she wants to make sure you have the anti-glare coating on there so that when you do start driving, you'll be nice and safe and not wreck her car. Her new car. I like it. I've seen it. It's nice. So water is spraying onto your lens, so it tells me it's in the last 20 seconds of the cutting cycle. Now in just a moment, a lever will come out. Cue the lever. At the end of that lever is a spinning disc. That's what's applying the safety bevel, which is essentially a very fine grit sandpaper, and it's just smoothing out the back surface of the lens, just taking off any rough edges left over from the cutting cycle. You know, all that water spraying reminds me, I need to take a bath. Spring is coming. I need to do some spring cleaning myself. Now, Kelly, concentrate. I want you to open the door this time with your mind. Hey, good job, Kelly. First day on the job and you're doing it right. So, dry everything off again. Ooh, you have a little optical sawdust. I love it when it comes off in one piece. That is called Schwarf. So I'm going to take it all off your lens. And then I carefully and neatly collect it into one pile on the counter. And once it's in one pile, then I wipe it on the floor. So kids, remember, I went to school for years to learn how to grow up and make a mess at work. So kids, if you want to make a mess at your job, you got to stay in school. And besides, I know a really good cleaning crew that'll come in and vacuum that up. They're the best. So I personally recommend them. So I'm going to tuck this into the outside corner, push down with my thumbs, it snaps right in. They're going to come in and say, now I know why it's so dirty in here. Pull that away, use my hand-approved drying method, throw that in there, add to my sticker collection. Let's see where this, put it right there. Oop, wasn't stuck to the wall. Take that off, put that right there. Okay, so we're going to come down here to my Marco 101 lensometer. I do not have to turn the axis wheel because it's still set there from the left lens. I didn't have to move it for the right. I put it in, I check the power. I'm getting minus 275, one tick mark away from 3. You have another 1.75, 1 3/4 diopters of astigmatism correction. And we end up at minus 450, exactly halfway between 4 and 5. How did I get there? Remember high school math where you add 2 like signs together? Yeah, don't worry, I've forgotten it too. But let's use today's terms. Someone borrowed $2.75 from you, then they borrowed another $1.75. They would owe you $4.50 total. That's where we're at, $4.50 in the red. Now the other thing I want to do is measure your pupillary distance. This is known as final inspection. It's 32 for the right eye, 31 for the left, for a total of 63. I'm going to place the PD stick against my thumb on your right lens. When we hold it up to the left lens, we're getting 63 millimeters. The optical center height is 24, where it's going to sit directly in front of your pupil. Not to the bottom of the lens, but to the thickest part of the frame. We're getting 24 millimeters, so that is cut perfectly. 24 millimeters. Man, the kit is good. So, this frame, nearly all of my Mexico Eyewear frames sell for $149 complete as a package deal, complete with 1 free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses. The frame that you're getting with the polarized clip-on sells for $174 because this adds 25 to it. You also have the option of getting a second clip in case you have 2 vehicles. You want to keep one in your spouse's vehicle. Some guys out there want to keep one in their car, one in their work truck. That way you've always got one with you. So, because I know I have to have one in my car and one in my wife's car, so that's why I need 2. So with 2 clips it comes to $199. 1 clip $174. But if you lose them, scratch them, you can always order more clips. But this frame is $174 complete. My house anti-glare coating adds $44.99 for a total of $218.99. Now there is no tax on purchases from me because I'm in North Carolina. A lot of people on the internet have to charge tax now. But North Carolina considers eyeglasses a medical device, and there's no tax on medical devices. So that's why I don't have to charge tax. Now, this is the portion of every video that as I clean your lenses, I like to mention that when you get these in the mail, and there's a small, and of course free shipping anywhere in the United States and its territories, but there's free shipping. But when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other. And because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. But I'm going to get these in standard alignment, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. Now when I say wobble, I'm part of that 80%. When I take mine off and I set them down on the counter, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. Because I got one ear higher than the other. Or do I have one ear lower than the other? I can never remember. Come on, pay attention. Is this on? You know, you can laugh at that joke if you want. Okay, so I'm going to press down. There is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do. Now, Kelly, I asked, I put a selfie request in the package. I would love to have your selfie on my website. Turn your head just enough where we can get the flag or the Mexico in there. That would be great. I also send out cleaning instructions not only for your frame and your lenses, but for the Mexico Eyewear cleaning cloth that I provide and for the hard shell case. So it too will last you for years. I also field test every cleaning cloth to make sure that it works. So when you open up your package, when you get these in the mail, and you see a wrinkle in there, you know that it worked. You can't tell me that it doesn't. But again, if you need any adjustments, I bet your mom and dad know a great optical shop that will do free adjustments for you. So just tell them to come on by here and I'll do it for you. But that is it. By the way, if you do take a selfie, can you hashtag me with the @ symbol at Mexico Eyewear? And that way it'll go straight to my my Instagram account or Twitter or any of that. My page will be marked. I'd really appreciate it. In fact, if you have any, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Well, on Facebook it's Mexico space Eyewear. Instagram it's Mexico _ Eyewear. And on Twitter it's just Mexico Eyewear with no spaces or underscore. But if you have any questions, you can contact me on the Contact Me page of MexicoEyewear.com. You can also leave a question or comment in the comment section below. But again, if you think, thank you for watching. If you know anyone else who would like to see this, please share this video, Kelly, on any social media accounts that you have. Anyone else watching this and you think somebody else would like to see this, again, I am the only person in the world doing Mexico Eyewear that has got the flag of Mexico with the eagle holding the snake and its talons on the frame. Now I do this frame in 3 colors. I can also do it with just white on the side, just like as Ray-Ban comes. So it comes naturally with the 3 colors, or if you click the PTC 103-1, it means it's just 1 color on the side. But thank you for watching. Thank you for the purchase of the PTC 103 from Mexico Eyewear with my house anti-glare. And Kelly, now hopefully everyone else has got a chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.